Redesigning Mary Sue. Sorry this was delayed. I said it would be tomorrow, but that was a few days ago. Tuesday, maybe? Wednesday I was sick. Thursday, I don't know why I didn't do this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Tuesday. Anyways, I'm sorry, but at least I'm doing this now. So now I can see if there are people actually watching or not. These never get views until after they're over, really, so I honestly don't get why I make these. Well. Because I find it fun. Oh, shoot. Fanfiction. Hang on. So I asked people on this site for questions. So we have a couple of questions. Oh, that's not it. Sorry. Back to drawing. That was a different post I made. Oops. Oh, well. Walk along the road, and I can get no road. Yeah, I will put you on my love, and you're so to me. But I'm not gonna I'll never let you free. Never set you free. What color did I mean for her eyes to be? I don't know what color eyes I wanted her to have. Maybe I'll make them silver. That would be unique because considering most Marisus of this particular breed are rainbow-eyed, but no. But still, graveyards are just as impossible. Let's move that over there. Not 2px, I need a wider brush. Oh, this is gonna be such a good gradient. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with gradient eyes. Oh hey, people are watching. Finally. Hello there. I don't know why I'm trying so hard on this. Like, it's just a random Marisu that I made up for a joke. Why am I trying so hard? Oh my gosh. I made this up as a joke, but it's actually not. Yes, hello there. I can see you. Let's just not include this and move on to the redesigning part. So obviously we have the ultimate Marisu here. And yes, I'm going to export it. But well, now it's time for the real part of this video. The redesigning part. This is the part I'm really looking forward to. So the old character was named Glitterstar, and the closest equivalent that you have to that in the canonical books is Spark, as a prefix. I'm still making her leader, because leader isn't necessarily a Sue trait. I didn't even sign that. I'm so ashamed. So, if Sparkstar gets more development, which she might, so if she does get more development in one of my books, I honestly don't know yet, but, I think I'll make her a recent leader that got just recently promoted and is highly insecure. Hang on. So I'm going to be drawing the exact same position since that's disgusting. Also, I can never get this look right. I think I'm going to try getting this look right. Hang on. Let's make her light brown tabby. And the closest match to green, to gray, I guess would be blue. Which means she would need white. So there's the color palette for our redesigned Mary Sue Sparkstar. The rough sketch for me just helps me get exactly what pose that I want for my character, and really nothing else. And remember, I do gradients, so it's probably going to end up going from dark to light in her eyes. I think I'll put the white in her paws. Should it be Spark Spot or maybe a new suffix? I really don't consider those things until I get to the line art stage, which is probably why I end up moving my eyes around like a million times because I don't figure out these things beforehand, and hi there, Links, and I always end up somehow botching up where the eyes are on my cats, and so I have to move them around like a million times before I get it right. And I really don't take much account of joints because I don't have bending joints that often in my works to begin with. What do you think of the name? Unique, so she has a presence, and new layer. And hang on, I'll be right back. I have to grab my stylus. And remember, feel free to ask me questions while I draw. Her name's Sparkstar, and her past name was Sparkdough, which I'm not sure if it'll be a hugely appreciated thing since it's an original suffix that hasn't been used. That's not right. And I need to decrease the size. That's better. Usually my rough sketches are a little neater, flashback, but oh shoot, that's too long. Oh shoot. That's better. Personally, I use my phone for everything, so I have no idea, but, at school we use Screencastify to record stuff on our computer screens, but it has a 10-minute time limit, and I've heard that this program, Idea Recorder, is also available on PCs and doesn't have the same time limits, considering I've been able to film things that are over an hour long. Why am I so bad at drawing paws? Does that look good? Yeah, that's fine. Fluffy tail or no? What do you guys think? While I fiddle around with the eye. You're welcome, and I hope you can go on to post wonderful things of your own. Okay, let's turn that back on. Thanks for the input, I guess. But I think she looks better without, personally. But I already put the ear tops and her chest, so Links, did you see my 4-part live stream where I basically redrew one of my oldest drawing that I have in my galleries currently? Shoot. There we go. Now time to erase this thing's tail. Time to merge layers. And moving on to the headshot. I almost feel like going at this from the ears first makes it look better. I'm not as good with headshots as I am with full bodies because I can't do front muzzles in full perspective, as you can see from my profile picture. I mean, we all have our flaws. I mean, I guess I do need to, I'll get to that open later. Oh shoot. Yeah, this looks... this looks eh. That's probably my mom because my mic is very sensitive. Yeah, that's my mom's TV show. Or it could be the heater. Either way, my mic is still really sensitive. Hope this is slightly better. Yep. Or it could be hearing the heater because I'm sitting right next to it. I think that looks better. Slightly. Let's put this color palette to use. I mean, I consider myself pretty good at critique because I'm a fairly blunt person. Based upon my mom, it is because my mom likes a lot of Asian dramas. Shh. Wait, I can't do anything about that yet. Alright, bye, and have a great day / night / wherever you are. Okay, that didn't go too badly. Is there a little white line? Just where I didn't select. Oh well. Oops. I'll fix that. I could have prevented that little white line. I don't really like the paint bucket, partially because of the little white line, which I know how to prevent now. And also partially because I'm bad at making sure my lines are closed. So I use my normal method of drawing. Welcome back then. Let's go back and see if anyone submitted any questions, shall we? Nope. Let's see. How much do you hate Clear Sky because he should go die? I used to really hate Clear Sky, but, I used to really hate Clear Sky, like, despise. Honestly, and then I realized a lot of his motivation is based upon his divided self, and like, the fandom hate for him is well deserved. But he's flawed, just like any real character. Jeez. So's a lot of the fandom. Guess I should take a lesson from Zyforks, huh? In case you don't know who that is, that's a developer of Roblox games who has a fluffy tail. morph where you can replace the regular cat's tail on her morphs with a fluffy tail. And although I don't use it much because it's a pain to color, it's still better than this drawing. The thing about being an artist is that you constantly, like, most artists, like, constantly self-criticize themselves. At this moment, I envy digital artists. I don't envy traditional artists who can't really erase because they don't have the advantage of layering. And if they erase something like this, then they'd be erasing their line art. And by the way, a little shameless self-promotion. If you guys have a phone, then you guys can maybe get to this level too. The software I use is free, and I made a tutorial on my channel if you have an Android device, because apparently the interface is different on Apple devices. Then again, 90% of the population now has Apple devices, so a little bit of shameless self-promotion, but oh, I've been streaming for like a half hour. Oh, hey. Like an hour and a half to 2 hours. Depends if I'm doing a speed paint. If I do speed paint, I try to keep it as short as possible, because then I have less to load when I have to do editing. But if I'm doing an actual drawing, it can be several hours expanded over a long period, expanded over several days, as opposed to drawing all in one sitting, which I have to do when I do one of my speed paints. Honestly, my speed paints are just an excuse for me to let out my inspiration without hosting a map or writing a story or something. It's honestly not that long because, I mean, my old shading method used to take quite a long time to do, but now this new shading method involving decreasing layer opacity has really helped me shave off time. But as my skills have developed, I realized that there are more things to fix as I go about doing my work, so it ends up taking longer than it really should. Uh, Shh. I'm going. Yeah, I do. It's technically I have two of them, but I only use one, and even then I don't post that much on it. It's tphoenix312.deviantart.com. Mm-hmm. Uh, in case you haven't checked out my speed paints yet, and by the way, welcome. I use Metabang paint, but it might look different if you have an Apple device, since apparently the Android and Apple interfaces both look different. I don't know why. Hmm. Let's check if any new questions have been posted, shall we? Nope, no new questions. Alright. Honestly, it depends. Like, my drawings used to take me hardly any time when I was undeveloped, but as I improved, and started doing... But as I improved and started adding more features to my drawings, they started to take longer because of all the extra added features. It's kind of a skill I picked up off of watching a bunch of speed paints by Drakenworm, who's a really cool speed painter on YouTube, who also uses gradient eyes, but she has paint tool size, so so she can use a technique unknown to me. So I tried to replicate it with my own style. Yeah, this is why I should put my markings on a separate layer. On the subject of putting my markings on a separate layer, I don't know why I don't. I just put them on the same layer as the rest of my colorings, probably because I'm lazy. But honestly, when I have to refine my markings or change something, it really messes me up. I think that's a dot from my line art. Yep. Thanks. A while ago, I found this really nice reference for tabby markings that I used on my sand to reference for my classic tabby markings on Sandfire when I did my redraw live stream a while ago, or yesterday, which isn't really that long ago. But anyways, as time went on, I kind of stylized it to fit my own style. And now to use the white. Yeah. This looks incorrect somehow, but I'll go back to that. I'm gonna experiment with something. That looks better. I approve of this. It looks more natural that way. Oh shoot. Honestly, I think I'm gonna make my hair more stylized so that you can tell what gender my cats are by looking at like how pink their nose is. Like if it's like here when I paint them, then they're generally female, and if they're like more down here-ish, they're probably going to be male. But I don't know. Other than that, there won't be much to tell the difference. Oh my gosh, this headshot. I think I do better with small headshots than I do with large headshots, personally. Just think about from the last speed paint I did. The largest headshot looked the worst out of all of them. Deselect. Oh shoot. Oh my gosh. Actually, one side on its own doesn't look too bad, but when you put both of them together, the one annoying thing about it is that it insists upon creating backups, even if you have. Yeah, it's already turning out well. Bye.
Who are you talking to? Dana, who are you talking to? Dana!
Yes?
Who are you talking to?
Myself?
You are not